Welcome back to the Weekly Dose of Chaos. This is episode 8. I'm going to start off this time with
It was a fun St. Patty's Day this week.
Yeah.
So
I went straight to it.
Yep, that's what we did this week.
Had a big party this week.
Yeah, we're just we're still getting over it. And me and my brother and 2 brothers and her were at a birthday party for a kid yesterday, so that was fun.
Yep.
And thank God I was in hangover. more hangover than usual. I'll be not.
You're just chilling on the couch, like, you look pretty, like you were in your own world.
I was in my own world. That's why I didn't remember anyone. I didn't never see him leave. I see him a couple times leave, and I said, Rico, I haven't been in the bathroom too long.
hey, I remember
Go and
myself
check on
leaving
him.
and saying boo.
You were falling up the stairs just
He had to hold you up, so yeah.
But then all of a sudden I was
When
flying
did
on the
he leave?
couch.
I didn't see him sitting on the
He
couch.
went to
though.
go say bye to that one girl.
Okay, there you go.
See, so I have subconsciously just still paid my respects to goodbye.
You don't remember that?
No,
You followed
I
him
didn't
when you're
remember
there.
hugging you guys. I was like, I didn't get a hug Tony yet.
You hugged both of
And
us.
then you told me you did. I was like, what?
Yeah,
You
so
were gone.
Eventually.
he had a fun time.
That was
It was
fun.
pretty fun. I had a good time. I had like 5-6 cups of that drink that she made.
Who's the worst one of all of us that got drunk the worst?
Oh, yeah, I got
Because I scared him. Boo.
came out of nowhere. I didn't see him leave.
It's one of those two.
And it was dark as fuck too. Like, the
I
lights
don't know, but apparently Black Dog didn't remember them putting me on the couch, so.
They put you on the couch. And
Yeah.
you don't remember.
Because I fell asleep in the
Yeah,
bathroom.
this is how we
with my
came
head
in.
over
We
the
came
toilet.
in. Rico's like,
That's it.
come see us. And he was like this. His head's on like this.
Yeah, and I was like, you
we
okay?
can't leave him like that.
You're like, I was like, you okay? He's like, yeah. And I left you. I was like, just in case maybe you're gonna get sick or something.
and then
Next
he
thing
was
I was like, we had to leave. I was like, I'm not gonna leave him on there.
like, look at the, where's the pictures?
Huh?
That's,
No, I'm not like that.
You should have took pictures.
Yeah, but he would do the same thing for you.
No, I'm not that.
He would do.
person.
He would do that to you.
You would have been looking for
That's a little personal.
No, but something between all of us.
Well, it's been discussed now, so I don't
No.
need to.
Yeah.
Look how that works. We still didn't have to.
Awesome.
So,
But yeah,
first segment.
So, on our first segment today, I'm going to be talking about the ICWA Act and it being revoked and challenged by a specific family in Texas. For anyone who doesn't really understand what it is, it stands for Indian Child Welfare Act. It's
Oh,
yeah.
like-
yeah.
And its intentions really are just to like prevent any like native to be removed from their home or their like family or whatever, and then the same, pretty much the same goes for if they are taken away to be returned back to their family. So those are the 2 main reasons why it was kind of like one of the things. But it definitely it's definitely an issue. Definitely been an issue for a while. Ever since Christopher Columbus, you know, I guess found the new world of America, and that was back in 1492. He wanted fame and fortune, but instead he found like pretty much a bigger opportunity, and it led to many problems for the natives and anyone he thought, you know, could just be taken out and moved away somewhere else or something like that, or just worst case scenario killed. They built schools and tried to remove and erase the history of the native people. I think that's kind of why schools were kind of intended for to begin with, to like kind of brainwash somebody's mind to something else instead of what they were born to or, you know, were. But it got challenged and attempted to get removed by the Brackeen family in Texas. It's also being backed by a few other states like Indiana and Louisiana,
Oh yeah.
and obviously Texas. they feel as if this is a race-based issue. The Brackeen family stated that it discriminates race, mostly white, the right to adopt Native children from the foster care system, and they think it has to do with like a unique relationship with the Indian tribes and the U.S. government, and that's why it makes it so hard to adopt. But I don't really understand why they feel the need to specifically want a Native child. You know what I'm saying? Because they're almost treating this as if it's like if they're buying a new car and it's not, you know.
That sounds, I don't know, that sounds not right. No, whatever that is, it's like. I'm trying to think, was like, I can't say it. What is
But no, they're like really treating this shit kind of. They're definitely playing that the race card. But yeah, these like they're treating this as if like they're really just picking out some like new clothes or new cars or some shit. And
That's
like
not like
it, or
me,
they're
man.
being
It's
denied.
like it's hard to go into without offending people and stuff.
Exactly.
It's like we don't know what we have this right, but like why?
Because they want to adopt them and they won't let them because they're native, and it's
Right.
their native children are protected under the ICWA Act.
Okay.
So that's why they can't really, you know, it makes it harder to adopt them.
So you have to be Native American to adopt a Native child.
Yeah, or at least be a certain percentage, I'm sure. Yeah.
There you go.
You gotta have the blood trait, yeah.
Makes sense, I
It
suppose.
sounds like
I mean, but they do have a dying culture.
yeah.
A lot of them have died out, and their like areas have gotten their resources reaped. So they're already struggling and losing their heritage by their people dying. So they don't want to lose it completely by intermingling and then the whole bloodline being diminished.
Yeah, I'm
Preserving their history.
keeping it pure and shit like that. For sure. But yeah, this actually leads me to, do you guys remember the Willow Project?
Yes.
That I mentioned I was talking about? Yeah, it was pretty much like an oil-based project. Main focus to produce like 180,000 barrels of oil a day, which could support like 1.5% of the US population. Well, if they can produce that much oil in just 1 year, it could be a total of like 65,700,000 barrels of oil, and just within that year. The damage that all that carbon emission release is gonna be really regretful. It's gonna release like 239 metric tons of carbon emissions within the next 30 years
shit.
into the atmosphere.
Oh god.
Yeah, but
Yeah, which is the equivalent to an annual emissions of 64 coal-fired power plants. Environmentalists are calling this a carbon bomb.
it is.
Yeah.
It's like why use oil? Like this, found other ways of doing stuff. Why don't we
There
go all the
are
way? Like we can go solar or electric. I know it's hard to do electric and stuff like that, but like something that keeps.
Well,
I think.
They're gonna destroy an entire ecosystem.
Yeah, they're going to destroy everything.
yeah.
The whole area is gonna be polluted with that.
Yeah, well, it's been approved and it's
course
already been planned and started. It's been approved actually this past Monday.
Of course, there are greedy people.
Yeah, and the reason why it was approved though is because of like mostly for legality. Some dude named Conco Phillips holds the leases to this, and he has the right to drill anyway. He's approved 3 out of the 5 sites intended for drilling, so I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure.
probably knows them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna accept the other 2 in just a little bit. Canceling the lease would cost the American government millions and really do nothing to prevent the drilling from happening anyway. It's gonna be within a 23 million acre vicinity in the Beaufort Sea north of the Arctic Circle.
Yeah, okay, of course, right there, and you gotta kill off the snow and all get flooded.
Yeah. It's gonna bring about 8 to.
I don't know what they use their fucking brain for.
They're gonna heat up that water so fucking bad.
It's gonna destroy it because it's already melting and it's making it worse. Supposedly try to save the world, not kill it all. At this rate, we're not gonna survive it any longer.
No, we lost our last hope.
Yeah. And when that's flooded, that what happens to all the animals that are up there that can't live all the way, like the polar bears and stuff like that.
They're with their ancestors.
Oh man. Okay, this is, before we continue, this is for a mature audience. 18 and older.
I don't think we're mature.
We're not immature. We're immature.
Under 18 is considered.
Mature.
Get out. But if the other ones that are under join, well, this was mentioned, so.
Sun gold now we fucking watches.
Anyway, it's gonna it's gonna bring about $8 to $17 billion in revenue.
So it's killing off a whole part.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know, man. It's not only gonna go to the U.S. government, but it's gonna go to the state of Alaska and North Slope.
The last time that works last day, it's gonna be fucking burning up there.
I don't know, man. They're really fucked up.
I don't know what you think about this.
Yeah.
The world's gonna just blow up at this point. We're gonna be living on the fucking moon at this point.
Speaking
Or Mars, as they say.
We're gonna
Yeah,
be
but
living on fucking
we
rafts.
won't make it
Oh,
there.
man.
We're going to destroy another planet.
You ever seen the liquefied? We're gonna be like living on
Sure.
rafts like that shit.
Yeah.
Eating radioactive fish.
Oh, the big shark will.
Be like Japan, but live in the whale.
Just gonna see the Megalodon come back and everything.
No.
Could you imagine living in that for the little time you have?
Oh no. Your raft breaks, you're done.
Yeah.
They're not thinking, they don't care about what's going on with the planet.
Like there's an entire ecosystem of bears, wolves, a lot of endangered animals live in the state of Alaska.
I'm surprised they can get with it if there's any like
And
endangered.
and
That's
the
only how
wolves.
you're going to save it if they find there's a dangerous species out there, and it's in that
The
area.
wolves are an endangered species.
Yeah, we're
There's
starting-
plenty
we're
of
starting to
species
die
of
out
wolves
now.
that live in Alaska.
They need to get that. That's the only how you're going to try to save it, because if it's up endangered species up there, they can't touch nothing else around that area. They turn it into a preserve.
They'll be like moving to Canada.
Right.
They'll live there, it's fine.
It's fucked up.
You and the moose can go at it.
Transform to Russia.
You're gonna see tanks driving down the street.
I'll be like, sup?
I'd like to own a tank.
That would be cool. Or would you take it?
To the Arby's drive-through. Get that order wrong again.
But
Or
this,
Taco Bell or anything that messes up, they mess up.
but this time, just like turn the tank where the nose is facing them directly.
The money's in the barrel of it.
Put it in the barrel.
Here, take this money.
In the barrel. If it's wrong,
I'm gonna see the barrel of the tank turn to the window and like have money sticking out of the front.
So all the cars behind us are gonna like take off. They're like, they're gonna blow up the building.
And they're gonna be like, this is different.
Is this the hood or is this the suburbs?
The world just became Grand
well,
Theft
she
Auto
got.
5.
I got The Last of Us as the end of it too. This is pretty good actually. Yeah, I finished it a couple days ago actually. I know Tony actually said he finished it as well. I don't know if Yan finished it with him.
Yeah, we will.
Did you guys
He
catch up
fell
on it at all? No.
No, but I have Hulu again.
Slackers. But yeah, it was pretty good. It starts off like explaining how Ellie's mother.
Watching
Spoiler alert, 100%. I'm just gonna be very blunt about that. It shows in the beginning how like Ellie's mother actually died, because in the game it doesn't really say how she died. She doesn't even say how she died because she doesn't know, because she died at birth. Her mother died at birth. You get it. She was born and like her mother was like running away from like this clicker or like this runner or something, man.
Yeah.
She found like a house, and I guess it was more like a rendezvous instead of like a camp out. So she was having contractions and shit, and when she went into the house, she found a room. She went up the stairs. You know, she kind of like blocked the door with the chair, and she pretty much was still having like pretty serious contractions. I'm pretty sure I think she pushed like once or twice already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When that zombie came crawling.
Man,
Oh shit!
she didn't even feel that baby come out of her. She just looked down like, oh.
Right.
Yeah. And before, like, she actually she died because she got bit, I think, on the leg and the arm too, right?
The leg.
And yeah, and she was just like cut the umbilical cord like as fast as she possibly could before it like got to the baby system. But yeah, she gives birth and she just sits there. And actually, I think Marlene and some other dude, I don't even know who he is, they end up finding her. And like, I don't know, did they say Ellie's mom's name or no?
But she was like best friends with Marlene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like she told her to hold the baby and like take her, but then Marlene was like, okay, but I'm not gonna kill you. But she ended up just walking in there and shooting her in the fucking face. Yeah, and if you actually notice, the knife that the mom used to kill the zombie is the same knife Ellie has in the game, and that's how she got that pocket knife, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah, how close they're, because of that one complaint that like if you're gonna do these characters, you gotta do it right, because it's a very popular game. So
Yeah.
Well, the actress, like the mom, that's actually Ellie who played in the game, so she got to play her mom going, come on.
yes, good. I figure.
Yeah. Okay. And oh shit. The mom, so again the mom asks Marlene to get the baby. But I see why the knife has sentimental value to it. But yeah, after that, Marlene shoots her in the head and they walk out. And then it goes back to like the present Ellie where she's with Joel. Pretty much, I think the springtime in the game, and I'm guessing it's in the show too, the springtime around that area.
Yeah.
And pretty much right after all that shit happened with her, they're in Salt Lake City, Utah. They're looking for that hospital, but they have a heart-to-heart, and Joel actually explains why he has that scar on his face is because he tried to shoot himself after he lost Sarah.
Oh.
But he flinched, and yeah, and it didn't happen. He survived. But yeah, at some point, this is also one of my favorite parts of the show and the game, where Joel pretty much lifts Ellie up to get a ladder so he can climb up, and then she sees a giraffe and she goes after it or whatever, right? And Joel's like, yo, wait up or whatever, right? And then they're there and they see it, they go into a room and there's a giraffe just eating some leaves or whatever, and yeah, and then she's just like, holy shit, that's so cool. And then Joel actually goes up and pets it, and then in the show they feed it.
Yeah, they literally stick to the game at that point.
Yeah.
Keep that shit in there.
Please do.
Yeah. And then again they run up to the ladder. They run up to the roof actually, and they saw that view of Utah where the mountains in the background and the city and the hospital.
That's where I gotta go.
Yeah, the baseball field with the giraffes in the middle walking. That was pretty fucking cool. That's one of my favorite parts in the first game. Actually, probably the only favorite part in the first game. View wise, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, when they leave, they actually get yeah, you were right though. They kept it really close to the game near the end of it. Because he ended up going to the hospital, but he gets knocked out or get with tear gas or some shit, and pretty much a smack to the back of the head with the gun. He wakes up in the hospital with Marlene, standing there. They talk it out. they have disagreements about where Ellie is and why she's being prepped for surgery and shit like that. And yeah, she asked like Joel to leave, get us sorted out, but he fights back, of course, and he ends up being like just fucking over. And honestly, it was pretty fucking dope how he kind of went out.
It was brutal. He's just stabbing everyone.
Yeah, and when the fucking surgeon was like, "I'm not gonna let you get him,"
He's like, "Come on,
for real. Oh my gosh, but yeah, he ends up again taking off and taking Ellie to go in the truck. We in the basement in the garage, and they talk, and she tries to give him a second chance, but yeah, he's like, nah, and he ends up killing her. They end up going back to Jackson, and yeah, she pretty much explains. Ellie explains to Joe like her history and why. I think why she got there, right?
Yeah, Riley explains what her friend got killed and she had to kill her.
Yeah.
Oh man. Oh yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much how it ends. Just like the game. It's pretty good. I actually fucked with it. I didn't actually find out if they're making a second season or not, but I'm pretty sure they're going to.
No, back when I was in that question, you think they're making a sequel?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're going
They
to.
announced it, or they confirmed it. It's either they're gonna film this year or we have to wait till like fucking next year. I'm like, I don't wanna wait.
Later this year.
Because they did kill the surgeon. The surgeon's that's it. Well, you know, I mean.
Yeah.
Just remember the surgeon.
Remember the surgeon, remember?
Yeah.
So what's everybody's ideas on it?
Well, on the show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking for like what they're gonna do for season 2. I know they said like it's gonna be a lot more, bigger, and who's they gonna cast as like a different Ellie because you can't keep obviously the other one, even though she's actually like 21 years old. But like you need like someone else older because in the second one she's like a lot more.
Oh yeah.
Older and stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, because in the second game they made them all fucking beefed up. No reason. Definitely.
But they said there was like more than like 2 seasons. They want to do more seasons. I'm like, damn, they're going all out on it.
Good.
Maybe they'll fill the time between them the first and second game. Explain that.
Oh, you know what they should have as Abby though? They should have that one female boxer with like she's like long blonde hair or whatever. She was in Fast and the Furious.
Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. They should have her.
Shit, it should be full.
Man. Should be perfect for Abby.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 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 So. It's pretty good overall, though. I was really skeptical at first in the beginning.
Yeah, I think everybody was, especially with the actor that played Ellie.
Yeah, she's definitely one of those like you kind of have to grow into her. If you do, if you don't, then she gotta go.
Because she probably never played the game. She probably didn't know about the game until she got the part. She had to go through it and figure out her character.
Actually, I think she forced the character a little too hard. And then she kind of calmed down, and that's when she got like more comfortable with the role. I feel like.
Yeah, she didn't even know about it until she got the part of the game. So she had to go probably do her research on it
Probably.
to at least get the part.
Yeah, because before this, she was in Game of Thrones. She played like this princess or queen, and she was like the boss. And they had the guy that plays Joel in there too, but he was like a servant.
Right.
She's like, "Go catch me my food." I'm like, "No." Now they're like best friends.
How do I lose you?
Well, she's like in the Game of Thrones, she's like the princess, so she gets what she wants.
Any other series and stuff people are looking forward to? I know the new season or episode of the U is out now. I think it's 4. Part 1.
Part 2.
Part 2? Shit.
Part 1 came out, right?
Yeah, I already seen that. But yeah, part 2.
For which show?
That show you. That you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you.
Hey, it's amazing. So if you get into it more. It's
Yeah, I watched a couple of the first episodes of the first season. That shit was crazy. It was good though. Yeah.
I know we started like, watching the Outer Banks.
Oh.
Finished the first season, now we're in season 2. Is
Yeah.
You're stuck on one island though, and then you got like the rich, and then you got the popes, those like the poor side, but they're like the wild side though.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I've been trying to finish the Black Clover series. One of my animes that finally on the second season. Haven't started not much of it. I also gotta catch up with the animes, but it's too many of them.
I would say I'm trying.
I started watching Demon Slayer.
Like how much further
I didn't
did
get
Seven
any
Deadly
farther.
Sins?
I haven't said Seven Deadly Sins, but they haven't came at the last part, and I don't like they're releasing movies because they're if you've seen the movies, you know what happened in the next season of the Seven Deadly Sins. If you read the manga, you know what happens, and I knew about it because I follow people that do of all the animes and stuff, and they said what happens and stuff like that. Like I don't know why they released 2 movies to spoil that season because you saw the movie, but one person that was missing out. Who was it missing?
I don't know who wasn't listening.
I didn't even know I was missing St. Patty's, so so I'm the wrong one to ask that question to.
Where is she?
One.
Now we finally watch that Puss in Boots one, number 2.
No, you said you call it Pussy Boots.
I was tired of that shit.
It's, yeah, we're watching Pussy Boots. I was like, what?
Oh, Casey caught that. I was like, wait, what?
On
Oh.
your story?
That's nothing.
Whoa.
He brought that one, the one you were talking in your combo, and you were like, Ducky, or said,
Oh,
Oh yeah, Ducky, and then I sent him a duck after that.
Yeah, you're like, the ducks. I'm like, why that one?
They went great with it, that's why.
Yes. It was too accurate.
Autocorrect is the best.
So, have you ever gotten in trouble with autocorrect?
Yes.
yeah. They are corrected.
Yes.
It's like, I come on.
I called someone babe. I called my mom babe.
I've called people that in real life,
I'll
so.
try.
Yeah.
Dude,
I was like, whoops.
my phone's autocorrect.
You're like, babe, you're like,
Calling my mama home by accident instead of
At least you
how.
don't call you.
oh.
Really,
like,
you call
oh, is that
everyone
like
babe. You
how?
call grandma babe. You call.
Apparently, sometimes they must have done shit that they did.
I did the Good Morning Beautiful.
The Doritos.
Oh, that was great.
Oh,
Stuff
I
all
was
I'm saying
thinking
here is, good morning, my love. You were the best thing ever. I love you so much. And I'm like, and I text back, I love you too. He's like, wait, I didn't mean to send it. Too late. It's okay, man. My love has never been removed either. I came up with we're a family. That's
Austin,
this.
baby.
Something else.
Autocorrect?
That's fucked up.
Autocorrect stories?
You see enough autocorrect on me on the podcast after that.
What the episodes? That was great.
And I thought, like, what you were saying about him stepping on that one kid's face or whatever. He's like, oh, Dad, the cat stepped on my face with his boot. Can he sign it? I'm like, no, no time to sign
I
it.
was like,
trying like 8 times, and he was like, one like, they actually seen him fear from that wolf. Well, he's
Whoa.
like, he's like, try me. He cut him. Yeah,
Nobody's
just-
birth.
Well, yeah, rough it is.
No, that dog though was always annoying.
Fucking.
The one pretending to be a cat.
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's Matt of this group.
Oh, he's like, face the
You just
front.
watch the front. But no, it was a good movie though overall though.
Now it's hard that Mr. Thumb guy though. Well,
Thumb guy?
He does like that. No, the pie.
In
Oh,
The
wow.
pie.
the thigh.
He just goes. Doom. Me too. So the first, the topic is going to talk about the Lord of the Rings, the Golem story, and we just got done watching the trailer of it. What was everyone's thought of it?
I think it is gonna make an awesome addition to the series. It doesn't seem like there's many combat mechanics involved with it. It's more like an adventure and play through game,
Yeah.
which is honestly kind of exciting that they kept it that way instead of trying to make it all combat for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it looked like Lord, and you have to do like stealth too.
Yeah, you gotta
Yeah,
like
he's a-
work
He's a
your way
stuffy
through.
guy. He's not gonna go out and beat you up because he's smaller than they are. But
And the cinematics for the game and the detail in it looks
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
at least you get one. That's one story that we never got. Just going what got him to all that, or then some of it in the second of the Lord of the Rings when Frodo meets up with him and tells him about his backstory a little bit. And he come out movie for Gollum. His backstory.
Well, he has a whole thing to do basically with the series since
Yeah.
the ring was lost the first time.
Yeah, and he's the one that had it.
Like he must have spent the world years looking for that ring after it was taken the first time
Yeah.
and lost. So there's like a whole, I'm sure, like journey and quest in between all that. I mean, we know what we know about it before it because of the Hobbit and shit like
Yeah.
that, but
I don't know why they do that. I want to know why they do like that. They should just have the beginning of it going into.
have any of you ever played Shadow of Mordor yet, or any of the games from that series?
I did
Yeah.
the one.
What did you think of those?
I thought they were.
Yeah, I thought they were beastie.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they were really good actually with the skill trees and everything else and
Yeah.
how the combat mechanics
Yeah.
worked. I thought they were awesome. I thought they were like basically like Assassin's Creed with a skill tree.
Yeah.
And like I feel like they did stealth missions pretty well on there and all sorts of other additions. So I think they're just gonna do like one game completely stealth that was like Gollum. That would be sick
Yeah.
because you get to see what the world for what it really is.
Yeah.
The game's gonna move much slower and be at a pace where you have to actually think about what you do before you do it.
Yeah.
Who was everyone's favorite character?
Ghibli,
Somebody was a
Yeah.
the fucking dwarf.
Which
Yeah.
one? Oh yeah.
You said their favorite character?
Yeah.
Legolas. And Gandalf.
Run, you fools! Yeah, really, run, you fools!
Has to pull the Dumbledore beard float all the way down. He's like, we did it first.
I show like like got first like that big old spider chasing you and shit too. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, I gotta run from there.
It is an important part of like
Yeah.
the path between Mordor and the rest of the world, because
Yeah.
like in order to even get into Mordor, you
You have to go.
at
through
least not going through the gates, you have to go through her.
Yeah.
Like, cause in the game, like Shadow of Mordor, you go through the gates and shit like that.
Yeah.
You never run into her. The fucking like second game, you never even run into her. In this storyline, they actually show where her lair is around that area, and the entire game of Shadow of Mordor is surrounded that area, but you never run into the spider part.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm excited for it. Just basically said 2013, so it should be coming like hopefully sometime this year.
I hope so. That'd be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Now next like it's a horror movie called like the Simon. I don't know, it's a weird title, but it's like a family taking a camping trip into the forest to celebrate a birthday and fix their strained relationships. But their celebrations are cut short when they learn something unearthly is haunting them. We saw like the trailer of it. I guess it's already basically out. It came out like October or whatever. What do y'all thought of it?
I actually liked it. When
Well,
I
you-
seen it.
Oh, you seen it?
Yeah, that's why I was like, why does this look familiar?
Alright, then review it.
Hey, review it.
No spoilers.
See, that's why.
Spoil
Review
all
it. Just
of it.
like, review it. You don't spoil it. Just say,
Just say
What-
what,
what
it's
the- what- what the-
about.
what
What,
the-
did you think about it?
yeah.
I already said what I think about it.
That was very vague. It was good.
It was
What?
good. That was it. It's good.
That's it.
Okay.
For now.
I don't know, it just makes it look like not go like you go camping and shit happens and it's like make you don't want to go camping after that.
Yeah, especially this creepy guy right
That'd
there.
be fucked up. You might as well just walk. You just turn around like a tree real quick, and outside there's just this big fucking dude just staring at you. and what would you do? Your first thought?
Depends on the premise.
Like, what the fuck?
Depends on the situation.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You're peeing on him.
Yo, I'm gonna run this another way. Cause she had some time to run. She just sitting there going.
Oh,
I was like, nope.
So,
Holding the
I
eye.
would've got double check to see if that's actually not my mind talking to me.
That's what she did, and she died.
The next one is it's basically a TV series called like From. That was like the first season on the trailer that we saw, but then this one's like the second season. So basically, the residents of a small town struggle to find a way out when mysteries of unknown faces keep them from leaving. And I thought like the second trailer, so it's like basically I think there was a movie with it.
This is
too,
like
but-
this is like the Crazies. Have you seen that movie?
It's a little different because they
That was
look
a
like
long time ago.
they look like you, but then by the time they come, but they have a creepy ass smile,
Yes.
and then they tear you apart.
Yes, it's
Oh,
not like
no.
it's not like Crazies had
No.
that kind, but it was a lot different. But the whole area was they're all off and going crazies.
Yeah, because this old couple was hiding in the bus, and they're like, he thought he was someone helping him, but he had a creepy smile. I'd be already going the fuck. He's like, he picked a bad hiding spot, and he teared him apart. And they're making a Ghost of number 2, but obviously that's gonna take some time to make. I'm excited to see what they got for when it comes out. Fucking Matt be excited for it.
Yeah, but his dumbass.
Yeah. So what happens if you don't show up? You had a good thing for you to talk about.
Watching won't even know when it comes out. He'll be like, guys, it came out.
I already have it. I know I'm playing it now. The show they brought back that season 3 of the Superman and Lois. So they got this new villain like they call him that.
Optimus.
Yeah. I don't know. He has like a circle of space that you can't see him, but he can be able to like control you and shit like that.
John Cena. What are you talking about? You can't see him.
But they changed the one twin brother, the Jonathan, to a different character. I was like, motherfucker. But
Which one? Well, wait.
not the Jordan one, the Jonathan. Because Jordan's the one with the powers. Jonathan was the one.
Okay. I'll say that this the other brother is like one that was actually gaining all the powers and stuff like that. That was like that would have been right. The other one, I saw some of the episodes, but then I stopped watching it because it was. But they said it was canceled. There's a sign.
It's a sign.
There.
Got let's see, a trivia of the horror trivia. Is it number 1? What's his Chucky's real name in the Child's Play?
Cheetos.
That's Trump.
What's your song?
What is Chucky's real name in the Child's Play?
Was the dude that?
Oh, what's
His
his
real
name?
name.
The serial killer?
God's boy.
I forgot his name.
Yeah, I said I thought about it.
Charles Lee Ray.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm not gonna remember that.
Number 2, in Zombieland, what amusement park are they trying to get to?
Farmland? Some kind
It was
of
a-
like.
It was a Playland.
Yeah, it was like Pacific Playland.
There.
Oh, okay. That's one of the plan.
I was like, I'm
Some
close enough.
one of the line.
Number 3. What's Randy's number 1 rule in Scream?
Run.
Randy.
Run.
I said run.
That's what he said.
Don't get stabbed.
Yeah, the don't part, but
Oh.
not stabbed.
Don't say I'll be right back.
Mm-mm.
Don't scream.
I know.
Don't answer the phone.
Don't have sex.
What?
Because every time they do shit, that fucking they get killed.
Oh yeah.
Every horror movie. And what horror film does a guy on a motorcycle smash into a invisible artificial wall?
Arc wall?
Yeah.
Oh.
An artificial, like a fake wall.
Yeah. I don't think I'll get. It's the cabin in the woods though.
Oh, okay.
What's the name of the clown from Stephen King?
It's.
No, let's see.
Pennywise.
Oh, there you go.
Pennywise, yeah.
Which young Hollywood star leads the 2002 Scream reboot?
Come on.
No idea.
She's Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
Jenna Ortega. In the first Friday the 13th film, how many people does Jason kill?
Everyone.
I kill a lot. It says 0 though.
No, he
That's he killed some, didn't he?
Oh, okay. That's your question. That was the mom that was killing him in the first one.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
In The Exorcist, what is the demon's name?
I don't know.
Well, that's the next question.
Oh, skip it.
I don't think that's Pazu.
Oh, puzzle.
In what movie did Annabelle make her first appearance?
Oh.
The Conjuring.
What horror movie does Paris Hilton in a lead role?
House of Wax.
How long do you have to live after watching the tape in the ring?
7 days.
What kind of animal blood is Carrie in there at her prom?
Pig's blood.
Goat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. What's that? Goat's blood.
Which classic horror movie model is the serial killer's mask on William Shatner's face?
What movie?
Yeah,
You guys are
it's one of the top ones.
Freddy Krueger. Jason.
One more.
Michael Myers.
There you go.
Halloween.
There it is.
What was the original title of the? Ew, no time the Blob.
Oh.
The Glob.
The
Time the
Glob.
Blob. The Glob.
The Glob.
Which what horror movie is based on the 7 Deadly Sins?
Oh, I just saw
Okay.
shit.
Daniel's Inferno.
It's like right in the sentence too. The fucking 7.
Oh.
7 Deadly Sins and it's 7.
What? Oh.
What does the iconic line "Here's Johnny" come from?
The Shining.
What's Nancy's? No, no, sure address.
What the address?
That's what's Nancy's address in A Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh.
What's Elm Street?
On Elm Street, isn't it like something Elm Street?
Yes.
Yeah, but that's
I thought it was
Elm
666 Elm Street, isn't it?
Oh.
1428 Elm Street.
Look at there. We
no.
got all the numbers.
Cause there was this one scene where it was.
What serial killer inspired the Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Oh. Oh.
Leatherface.
Well, what's his real name?
Ed Gein.
What does the virus spread to at the end of the 28 days later? Whoa, I haven't seen this movie in a long time.
Oh.
Fucking France, I guess.
Yeah.
What movie was The Quiet Place supposed to be a sequel to?
Silent Hill,
Oh.
I just guessed.
Which low budget 90s horror flick stars Jennifer Aniston at the peaks of Friends fame?
Man, Matt would have known this.
The Leprechaun.
Oh,
She was in.
yes, it was the first one.
Yeah.
I thought about that. I didn't think of
How
that
many
one.
people associated with The Exorcist died during the production?
I don't. 10. All
Oh,
of
you're
them.
close.
11.
12.
Down.
Damn.
9.
Yep.
Oh.
How often does the purge take place?
Yearly.
Once a year.
Well, say they were talking about doing that shit too.
It's because I mean, here's something.
I'll say they were talking about actually doing that shit too. I was like, oh shit, we gotta board up our shit.
Nah, it's either the Purge or the Hunger Games. I'm taking Hunger Games.
Yeah, at least you got something to fight with. At least you got
You
a
know, I
chance.
think
Let the kids.
No, I have more of a chance of the Hunger Games.
Yeah, because at least you'll know you're what you're in for.
I could just survive if I
Because
want.
everyone thinks, oh, I
have
put
to
your
in a
shield
combat
up.
situation.
Just stays in the
Instead of
trees
somebody
like
just busting through your fucking
Yes,
window
right,
with a
they
BB gun. Right.
So you can make, at least you can make allies in the purge. You never know who you can put your
Yeah, you
trust.
make allies and then you still gotta kill them in the end.
Nice.
It doesn't mean nothing. You can say okay. If it's down to us, I guess Matt will be the one to die because he's not here.
Don't only care.
Well, only one of us can live.
Right, exactly my point.
The answer will
Let's
be
say
next.
do like
The answer
the.
will be on the next one.
Let's say do that.
Damn, he's talking about eliminating you.
I didn't say I was gonna eliminate her. I mean, her and Matt went at it.
Time you should be
No,
up on
well,
the
Justin,
street.
you'll be gone first. There you go.
No.
Damn,
How are you coming?
I'll be
She gotta
having
take
the arrow
his
just like
ass out.
Katniss Everdeen and right in the head.
No, then you smack your own silver. Or did
I got this. Oh, my glasses.
Wow, that's how you think of
Nope.
me? Wow.
I'm just saying, bow and arrows, you have to use strength with it though too. You gotta go
Definitely.
all the way.
Damn,
Like a
he said,
scorpion.
he said you're weak.
Yeah.
Have
Maybe
you,
you'll be gone second.
Oh, he's not going second. We're down to those 3. Maybe.
Well, there's 4 of us.
Yeah, but so he'll be the next one after all of us.
Damn.
No,
He'll
if
be
she
down to
takes
us.
out you and Tony, there's only 4 of us.
Huh?
And she's gonna take him out last because he's family.
No, she'll be the
make me
next
something
one.
about-
She'll be the next one.
I'm
She's
going
gotta figure out.
slowly.
She'll get you easy.
Yeah.
It's just that-
like she said, should we last?
She's gonna try to hand me fake weed and that's gonna be poison ivy. I'm gonna smoke it and die.
And Rico wins. And
We're
Rico
gonna get
second
paralyzed
again.
first.
Daniel's
I'm gonna get paralyzed. Just.
Damn, this is some Zaza. Really, you're just stuck in forever.
You'll be
She's like, it's
She's like, it was the way he wanted to go.
Yeah.
paralyzed and just dying.
You're gonna hear the cannon.
What happened in Austin?
a guy who gets new strand of weed. It's okay.
Oh.
He paralyzed and died. He
He
looked happy though. He was smiling.
He went out the way he wanted to go out.
That means you're next, Rico.
Why?
She's coming for you after I die.
But that's a big challenge. Cause you two were smoking together. What are you talking about? You two were smoking together. You're sharing it with each other.
2 birds with 1 stone.
She said, you guys can smoke on my
Yeah, but what
couch."
if you get killed by someone else by the time?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of other people.
Tony's not actually dead. He comes back.
I know with them going, come on.
He's-
Like did Peter who was fucking hiding with the mud camouflage.
Oh yeah.
That would be Matt would do. Hide the whole time and wait for us all, and then we down to those.
And Lionsgate is taking notes right now. Like, yep.
Yep.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
What?
It's not like a PM.
But
Is that the start? Or
that's the start of it. If you start hearing cannon, then you know it started. If you hear sirens, then you need to just run for the next whatever you can get.
You're gonna hear welcome to the first annual Hunger Games.
Say, wait, how are you?
Okay, there's only two. You have to be a male and a female. So it'll be Deanne and one of the guys.
Not like that one fucking movie. What was it?
With-
Oh,
with
getting
Deanna
high and get killed by the bomb.
Why do I gotta fight Deanne?
No, you
I
two
thought
go.
you'd be dead smoking
No, you
weed.
two are because there's two tributes. I got it and a woman.
No,
Like,
in the
number two.
original Hunger Games, there's only one survived.
No, you talk about number 2.
No,
They
no,
got-
for per area you can only do 2 people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm not trusting that. I'm going my own way. She's gonna kill me in my sleep or some shit.
So piss her off.
Don't go to sleep.
Climb a
She's
tree.
gonna do the Russian sleep experiment on you.
Time right by on the tree just.
Oh no.
I'm gonna create a raft in the middle of the water and hope she can't swim.
Shoot those.
I really can't swim.
Oh, I'm safe.
Just wait there until it ends because then it's
Just gotta
not
get
to
in
one
the
of you
deep
two.
end and fine.
She's gonna be sitting there with a bow trying to figure out how far she needs to sling it to get me.
But by that time she might get you.
No, she throws a fucking spear.
That's alright, I'm gonna get off my raft and go underneath it. I can swim and hold my breath.
Should say I got some weed.
They're gonna be like,
That's just
Speedboat.
good stuff.
It'll be like, I'm okay, I'm growing seaweed under the water.
This could be like Cocaine Bear when he went flying up after the people who had it.
Yeah, no, bro. Now, once you do number 2, they do that spinning thing in the water. Then you have rough up in there. You go, whoa! You feel like
Oh,
a
yeah.
tornado in there.
I might die from that.
Did you hear they were making a sequel to Twister?
Yeah, finally.
the game? No.
No, the movie. If you
Twisters.
Twisters.
Yeah.
When the scientists made these things to follow twisters around, because they took I forgot what he started tracking tornadoes.
Storm watch.
I've always trying to come back with them.
Fuck,
Just
it's
like the Gladiator, the Gladiator 2 coming out. So
No, yeah, damn.
Oh,
Sometimes
years
I take the time to produce these movies though, and they make it worth the wait when they
Yeah, they
actually
do.
take the time to perfect
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So I'm not opposed to having a wait long times for like movies like that, even music like that. Like we didn't get a Kendrick Lamar album for like how many years, but when it came out, it was damn near perfect.
Kind of like the one where he's in the room with like his family.
Mm-hmm.
what did I say that about the Star Wars? That's
No.
all the time. Came
Because
back.
they've changed hands so many times. When the same consistent place starts working on something for a long amount of time, usually comes out better than if you just try to push it out in like yearly.
Yeah.
Like Trippie Red.
Yeah. I mean, think about like when they started pushing out a Fast and Furious yearly. It was like the shit started getting really ridiculous.
It's so ridiculous. You still gotta figure out this sort of racing, but there's gonna be something there. Well, or a Big Bang or something.
I lost interest in the Furious after like the 8th or 6th or 7th one, honestly.
I got tired.
The one where they got sent to space, that was it for me.
The last one.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to space. It's like that wasn't that. It was.
Well, this one is supposed to be doing more racing.
Yeah, but it's still with some spy stuff. in there.
Was
They gotta have at least some action.
They're gonna
Yeah,
try to
movies.
revive it with that.
That's what
It's
what
gonna
it
get
was
so
built
much
on. Was
attention.
racing, not being spies.
I was saying number 2, they did undercover. They did racing, but they also did fighting.
Yeah.
And all that shit.
Yeah, but after a while, they were just racing and taking down bad guys. After like the 4th one, where the guy that took the safe. Last time they were doing it before going into missions, because the next one that's when they met.
That's the crazy
Mr.
part.
Nobody.
Like life is going great for them, and they're like, "Oh shit! Some shit happened overseas. You guys gotta come do it."
So what are they were
Or he just gets conflicted out of nowhere from how good life is going. It's like, I need to do some stupid shit
Yeah.
for
Like,
family.
I think like it should have ended after them went their own way. If it was supposed to be 10 or 9, like, what's the point of bringing them back after all this time? And it's it's not going to be him.
I don't know. It's supposed to be the last one. It has to
I know.
end there.
They're gonna be like, all right, show you the
They brought,
preview for the
why
next
didn't they
one.
bring him back in the last one? They could have brought him back in at least.
This time we go back in time with dinosaurs.
Yeah, and I
Little
saved the
their
family.
Transformers.
It's in our history.
It's a Transformers Fast and Furious collaboration.
Yeah, it's Double B.
Oh my god.
There it is.
Oh, no, just-
It's existed.
They're racing Transformers now.
I'm
You never know if
Bumblebee's
it's
car.
gonna have Optimus at this.
It's gonna be like that, right?
Optimus Prime dusts everybody.
And there's Bumblebee.
Yeah.
He's like, nah.
Bumblebee.
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 What?
You're very super that funny one they made fun of the Fast and Furious. Super something.
Oh, yeah,
Super fast.
Super fast. There you
Oh,
go.
yeah.
And we're trying
Just
to be
saw
like
that.
that. And they got most of the
Yeah.
characters. They got the characters right.
No, not Brian. Schools him.
Not-
And
That
he had a-
he-
he had a
Not
unicorn.
either.
Yeah.
They ruined his ass. Oh,
They-
And he had a stuffed animal.
He had a unicorn
Like,
car.
They made him so stupid in the movie.
and then they had that dance
Well, the
off.
best one they have, they made The Rock.
It's the
They-
scary
they made fun
movie
of
creators we didn't
Don.
expect.
That's how old baby
It was.
With all that
Super, super cool.
Dog when
Asian
Vin did his
guy.
freaking dance thing, I was like, no, my god.
And then the guy who sings
And then I
Elvis
lost it.
Ludacris.
Once he said for family and did some weird dance, I went, oh no. I just lost it. He said, why are you having to keep putting that damn baby oil on me? I know. For the Rock.
Yeah. That was good something.
What's time all that baby oil? Well, you know, The Rock. had
It looked
it.
literally like water that he was just pouring all over his body. Though.
All the time, though. Yeah, but he was shiny all the time, The Rock, so that's why they
Yeah,
did
well, he
it.
only put like probably once on there. Next no. Oh yeah, no, he looked really sweaty though. When he was facing him, he's like going.
Yeah.
Plus it was hot there, so he just went.
Just hopefully that Jason Momoa fight will be better than the
Oh,
John Cena.
I'm sorry.
They should bring all of them back. Like, would be good without The Rock in it, because that'll be the first movie which I've seen him being in.
I know, every time we get an opportunity, he
And it-
leaves.
Yeah.
We've been trying to get Rock and John and then Rock and Austin.
John
Rock
Steve
and
Austin.
Austin. Rock and Austin. There you go.
Like,
Like, I feel like
Austin,
it'd be
get in
good.
there.
Bet.
Go ahead.
I want to be the villain this time.
We might got a stun.
Then you got to
Son
Vin
of a
Diesel.
fucker.
Remove.
I want to be driving a go kart.
Now then you have to fight Vin Diesel.
I got Mario Kart on my side. I'm gonna throw a blue shell at his ass. It's over.
He's just gonna deflect it like
Let's go.
for family.
He's gonna punch it for family. And send
Guys
it
looking
back.
forward to the Super
He
Mario?
says for family.
Looking forward to Super Mario, the movie.
Yeah.
Oh, that still hasn't come out yet. That's
It hasn't come out yet.
April 5th.
April 5th.
Yeah.
Right, Bowser though.
Bowser's gonna steal the show.
Oh, definitely.
Well,
Jack Black.
Yeah.
Hold
So you
on.
play Bowser?
Yeah, he plays
Yeah.
Bowser, and Chris Pratt is playing Mario.
Of course he played
But
Bowser. That's good though.
If you've seen the trailer of him trying to be Italian, he was faking. He was really. It wasn't a very good accent.
No, it's horrible.
You didn't see that interview with the Mario cast where Jack Black is literally in a Bowser costume?
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
He is Bowser.
And then he was like, "No, everyone told me to be in a costume," and then he just walks up on the stage. It was
He took the stage right there, and that was his
Mhm.
outfit.
But he wasn't supposed to dress up. They were just pranking him, and he shows up in a Bowser costume, and they're like, "It's okay, you can just show up on stage."
At that point,
And
it's
then he was
yours.
just like dancing and shit. It was great. What?
Geeked.
Oh, I thought you said you were mocking me. I was like, what?
Yep. That was gonna be good.
Alright, Tony, you got anything else for us before we close up the segment? Alright, then we'll be back with segment 3.
Go.
So riddles.
Good morning.
Riddles and grills.
What 5-letter word typed in all capital letters can be read the same upside down?
A book, Greg.
5.
I hope not.
5-letter word.
What 5-letter word? Butt cracking 5 letters.
That's too many. What else? Then?
So what 5-letter word can be read upside down?
Penis?
That 4.
It's a.
That's not 4, that's 5.
That's it.
How do you spell penis?
Your mom.
Yeah, come on.
Anyways, what do you think?
Anyway.
What do you think, Juice?
I'll wait for Isaac to go.
No, you can go ahead.
You go. I don't have one yet.
Whoever has
Oh,
a
rock,
thought.
paper, scissors. I don't have one.
I don't have one either.
7.
That actually spells Neves. I just thought of that now, actually. But yeah.
What was your mind?
Pooh Bear.
But no, it's swims.
We didn't even
Switch?
guess, bro.
We've
Really?
been guessing.
I didn't
Yeah,
guess.
Well,
you didn't say
you're late.
anything.
Oh, well.
You're all late.
Yeah.
It's down.
Okay, fine. What is full of holes but still holds water?
Lakes. Ocean.
I hope they
Bottle.
don't have holes.
Sponge.
Lunch? Lunch?
Sponge. That's
Sponge,
not
not
lunch.
lunch.
Oh, sponge.
A lunch holds water in its holes. How do you spell cow in 13 letters?
My first and last name.
What?
Anyway.
Cow.
You said so.
Like how you
cow.
spell it in 13 letters.
How do you spell cow?
What is it?
You do.
Is it in Spanish?
No.
No?
It's just in separate words.
What is it?
Beef.
Hmm?
Like parts of the cow. Beef. Tongue. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have the word cattle in it?
What is it?
The riddle is in the question too. How do you spell cow in 13 letters?
Moo. That's nice.
Sure. Anyone?
Shit, no.
C-O-W.
Wait, dude.
You know, like C-O-W?
Who's up the S word?
I was gonna say that, but I didn't say
Nah.
it. Yeah, I was gonna say C-O-W, but I didn't. Move!
What,
There's another word for cow.
what has hands but cannot clap?
Fucking fish.
No.
Depends.
They don't have.
They can clap, they can slap too.
Yeah.
Clock.
Hmm?
The clock.
Yeah. There you go. 1-1.
It shook out. Everyone got one right. It shook out. Prize from Rico.
Oh, this one should be fun. 4 cars came to a 4-way stop, each coming from a different direction. They can't decide who got there first, so they all go forward at the same time. All 4 cars go, but none crash into each other. How is this possible?
There must have been more cars.
They all
More
achieve
cars
intersections
behind.
at different times.
No.
There's cars behind them.
No, it's just 4 cars that come to the stop.
Is a train.
Oh, because they're all going this way from each other.
Yeah.
Pretty much. They all make right-hand turns.
See, I thought about that. I didn't want to say it. That was fucking weird.
Okay, there's the last one of these. What gets broken without being held?
Damn.
Yes,
I
Yes,
was
I-
like in dark, but I didn't say it.
It's Austin.
Damn!
You say you don't get held enough.
Probably not.
So who wants to get held?
No.
That's not her name anyway. You said the wrong one.
Shoes? Shoes get broken in?
Wait, can you say it again, please?
What gets broken without being held?
Bubble. Oh, my pop.
kind of in that category.
Pawn.
Contract lease.
Lease?
Break my lease.
What did Austin say?
I said it says like an agreement.
Yeah, so it's in there.
Commitment?
Promise.
Yeah,
There you
no
go.
problem.
No.
See, I keep giving too much hints. That's what's happening.
Yeah, because like all of us are just
Riddles you're not supposed to give
I know,
hints.
but, like-
the hints are in the question.
I know, but
Do you think we're smart?
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we're just figuring it out, man.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Me and Isaac are.
Step two, no. Just kidding.
Okay.
Okay, so this news actually, I was hearing upon it. I think last week. No, it had to be the week
The
before
Thursday?
that. March 3rd. It's saying a gunman in Germany shot 7 people, including an unborn child, before killing himself at a Jehovah's Witness worship hall in the city of Hamburg. Hamburg? Yes, Hamburg.
Okay.
Police and prosecutors said on Friday. The 35-year-old, a
Okay.
German citizen and a former Jehovah's Witness, used a semi-automatic pistol he had legally owned since December in the shooting on Thursday evening.
Damn.
Hamburg state prosecutor said at a joint news conference with the police. So, like, that's wild, though. Like,
Yeah, and then the car takes us.
because this was on the news for a little bit, that little
Yeah.
private stuff.
There's a lot of those shooters that go in there and they take the easy way out.
Dude, they said the police found 15 loaded magazines of ammunition.
What the fuck?
This man was planning on killing everybody.
And they had no signs that he was gonna do this.
I don't know.
Going to
Dude, he was in Germany. It's like,
yeah, but you going to a gun shop, like you use your card, everything goes up, and you know they're watching and they know what you get.
apparently, they eventually found out where he was located. There was a source that told them, I believe, or they found out themselves. Unfortunately, they couldn't catch him because he ran away from them and ended up killing himself
Okay.
instead of turning himself in.
Take the easy way.
Yeah.
Should just kick him when he's right gone. Just keep kicking him.
That's wild.
Beat him to alligators.
Feed him to some chihuahuas.
Hmm?
Feed him to some chihuahuas. I'll bite you.
What's gonna bite you?
Chuleta.
Do you have anything else on your agenda, Rico?
Yeah, Thursday.
It's-
or the day we were here, same night.
Oh.
Some, I guess on Facebook, there's a guy that stole an Amazon van and took a police officer on a chase in the
Yeah.
same place that someone got killed.
In the same location where that UPS truck was hit by that train.
That's
Oh.
Yeah.
It
And
was
this
that
guy
same
got.
location.
They I guess they got him, but
That's funny. Earlier this week, one of the Kia boys stole a police car.
Yeah, they stole the Amazon truck on St. Patrick's Day this past Friday.
Police car and an Amazon van all in 1 week.
Yep.
So dream big. Go big or go home.
they can never. No one can never top them. Don't do it.
No try.
Don't try. These are professionals only.
They're gonna try to hijack a fucking train.
But it didn't even say if he had a gun or anything. It just
It
said
just
he
says it-
demanded that he
Demanded.
wanted.
What did he give him?
He said, you
So-
gotta give me it.
he's-
No.
He had a carrot in his pocket.
Do it.
So
Right.
actually, I got a little something we can cover real quick because since we have a lot of extra time in the segment. So, how many of you guys actually watch like crime documentaries about like crimes committed
Yeah.
or anything like
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah.
Have any of you ever seen the Jared, the guy from Subway one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking-
That one was so fucked up. I actually watched it last night, and where he like was basically having one of his partners that he worked with for his foundation marry a woman and have her 2 daughters basically spied on their entire lives with cameras and shit like that, recording them masturbate and everything that they did throughout their lives and sending it to him. Because he was like a super big pedophile.
Mm-hmm. This happened with the subway. Yes.
He had like 14 cases of like children he was grooming or like touched or sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
It was just a
That's
wild
why.
documentary
That's why
to watch.
he was the spokesperson for
Subway.
for a long, and then he just dropped off. But then the stuff came out that he was that, and I guess he's in prison now, right?
Yeah, and he gets out in 2029. He got 15 years when he got caught.
Yeah, he should got a lot more. Like,
Hell yeah.
He was traveling across seas to, like, basically have sex with children, in Thailand. Just to like, cause I guess the laws are a little bit looser there, but
that's still like who?
But that was like 10-year-olds. He has like texts of admission and like was talking to a woman over the phone and being recorded the whole time saying all these things. Like he was just like getting together with other men or people that were interested in the same things that he were and double teaming kids that were like 12 and under.
Yeah, and that's how people get away with it a lot, because they cover behind all these.
Dog, he got away with it for like 13, 15 years.
Yeah.
He didn't
That's
get
when-
caught
that's when
until
you start-
2015. He was a
Yeah,
spokesperson
that's-
for Subway for over 15 years
Yeah.
and was doing that and visiting schools and like teaching kids to eat healthy. And all the meantime, he was contacting their parents, trying to get them to send naked pictures of their kids to him.
And these people do it.
And everybody just thought they wouldn't believe him because he was a spokesperson from Subway or would get brushed off.
So always kind
How
of
do we even
weird.
get in contact with other people like that?
This,
You
he's
know
just
what I'm
doing
saying? Casually.
Like,
Well, what he would do a lot of times is he'd talk to parents of weight challenged children and like try to give them advice tips on how they can get their kid more active and everything else, and come over to the house while he was in town and like help like try to be the kid's mentor. And all the meantime he was doing that shit, and then like he'd get the parents and pay him off and make them do all sorts of weird shit for their kid. He'd offer that they basically sell their kid to him, their kid's body.
he's so weird.
Their
That-
own
that's
families were.
That's what they should. They should got. They should went to too, because they were in it with him.
The one with the head of his foundation was just fucked up. Like he had
But
this
his-
guy marry this woman and her 2 kids. He basically corrupted their mother so bad that she was willing to have sex with her own 2 daughters.
Ooh.
And like videotape and record it and send it to dude. And like put it on the internet. They were
And he
obsessed
shouldn't
with
get
shit
out
like that.
and ask.
Their mom, there was actually a shocking part of that where their mom was actually being video recorded being fucked by a live animal, like a horse, and put on the internet. And she was into it just to make the money and like filled her husband's wants. But she was willing to give up her own 2 daughters for that. And like basically have them raped by the guy from Subway.
Damn.
It's fucked up.
But like they lived their lives like that for 15 years and had no idea.
Their kids are gonna be. They're gonna be.
They were being
struggling.
video recorded for 15 years and sent to this guy. Do you know how traumatizing that must be for them?
Yeah.
Like nothing they ever did was private in their privacy of their rooms. Or in the shower of their house or anything like that. There was
But-
cameras everywhere.
Yeah, but yeah.
And they had no idea the whole time. They never even knew that the cameras existed. It blew my mind when I like watched this documentary last night. I was like, that's fucking,
Yeah.
you're a
'Cause
sick
you
human
can't-
being.
You can't lie about not all the people can lie about one little thing, and it's the same kind of story behind everything.
Man, and he was like a role model for a lot of people that were trying to lose weight too. And everything.
Yeah, like he lost all the weight, and so I can do this, and I was like, let me show.
Yeah, he had the subway guy, all the guys in the videos like helping him out, like the football players and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not-
No, time for a fucking horse.
Yeah, that shocked the
That's
shit
what
out of
you
me.
got
I've
in
been
your
staying
head.
on that. I was just like, the horse?
Yes, dude, she fucked the horse, and there was like text and video evidence. They were sharing the video around the internet. I'm like, dog, she never walked the same again after
I
that.
don't know.
So
Shit.
Man,
Like, I was surprised she didn't die in the process of that.
that's why she didn't break her back.
I don't want to know how it happened. They didn't show the actual video on the documentary. Thank
Just gonna
God.
go home and
Not
find
yet,
it.
just
No.
wait.
He's gonna be
Just
like,
go find it.
can I get that name real quick?
He's like, guys, so next Sunday.
So do you know what kind of horse it was?
Anyways,
gonna
Rico, don't you have more stories about our favorite president and
Oh,
our
yeah.
favorite other president?
Alright. Yep. So, I don't know if it's gonna happen yet, but there's some sources saying that Trump is gonna be getting arrested this Tuesday
Oh,
because they
shit.
found some shit on him. He admitted himself, he said, I'm going to be getting arrested. And then I had another source saying that Putin, the Russian president there, actually is getting arrested too. So, like, that can't be coincidental. That just shows they must have found some shit. So what do you think about that, though?
How about you, Isaac? What do you think about that story?
It's pretty.
I hope Trump doesn't get killed in jail.
He's gonna be his own prison. He's gonna run the whole prison.
You're probably gonna run. You're gonna
Here we
say,
go.
here you go.
He's
He'll
gonna,
be in-
he's gonna have a 5-star hotel.
If you ever watch Baki, the guy that could just walk out of jail and just do whatever you want, that'd be Trump. He'll run the whole camp.
Will he be the boss of all of it?
He'll run it in a day.
Oh, definitely. But yeah,
Doesn't he have enough money to get bail at least?
I guess
But-
they found enough
No,
on
I
him.
think
He's
he
sitting-
struggles. So
Oh,
right
so
now.
that
Yeah, he's struggling because they a
That
couple
ran for
years.
presidency fucked his book for money
Yeah.
quite a bit.
Yeah, because at the same time when he was president, he lost one of his hotels that they had a bid on a website who can push the button to blow up his tower in Las Vegas.
Yep, and someone did it.
Someone won, and they got to blow up Trump's tower. Lucky guy, lucky person. I
Well, you don't sound biased at all.
was like,
I don't know. So hopefully this all resolves eventually.
Would you fight Vladimir Putin, Rico?
Wasn't he part of the fucking KGB?
Yeah.
So kill you.
He ain't good to be fighting. It's just a done.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a swing, you snipe.
Rico, you can't, but
Like,
the real question, can you beat Trump?
Probably.
yeah.
Without his secret
That's
service.
a come here, you tomato ass. That motherfucker
You say,
said annoying orange.
he throws a wig at you.
Watch him suplex you.
He's gonna say,
Kind of like him
I
being
can fix your car.
Mr. McMahon with his little punches. Like, get out of there.
man, think about it. He's in the Hall of Fame of a wrestling company. He's only been there for one match. Or two matches. No, it was one match. And he controlled two of the WrestleManias in his tower. I think WrestleMania 2 and I think 3. Don't quote me on it.
Too bad.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, we did it. He did it.
That's why he got stunned by Stone Cold. Out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's so cool.
I'll have to see him try to wrestle now. You see if you want to beat him up,
Oh.
Trump.
He has comedy, yo.
Yeah, it's comedy, but it's like whatever he comes out of his mouth, they're like, you just filter, non-filter.
I want to see him wrestle Obama because they just talking so much
Oh,
You and your judge.
and there you go.
They said don't bring that up.
At least now it's on camera. This is
down.
the thing. He drops this stuff all the time.
You don't even have ice in here.
It doesn't matter. It's fine.
Oh yeah. So I was
That's
watching
stuff
YouTube. That I was watching Yu-Gi-Oh! Duels and stuff like that. They had Obama, Biden, and Trump dueling each other. And talking shit to each other.
Oh, you know on the headset shit? Yeah. That's talking about.
And
Yeah.
then, was in one of them. Chris Pratt was in one of them. It's like, it wasn't really Chris Pratt. They was in there just.
No, you know what we need to talk about? Y'all Among
Moan?
Wait,
Y'all
wait,
Among?
Among
Dog,
Us.
you just said y'all moan.
The Among Us.
Among
stuff.
Us.
No, that game Among Us. Like, so how long did it take y'all to figure out who was the killer and who tricked who? Like, how'd that work out
automatically
for
because
you?
I walked. First, I got it off the bat. I had to be the imposter right off the bat. But I didn't get caught the first time. The second time, I was hiding I hid in one of the girls for a while, and I killed somebody. And I walked right past somebody. I didn't know they were coming up that way. I was sitting in the vents for a long time, but I was like, maybe it's good. Maybe I can get out of here. It took me too long to respond. I was like, that wasn't me. They're already posted me up and they already sent me out.
So like you'll be heard.
I'm not gonna Among Us player. I'm better at Overwatch, and I still lose in that a lot. Cause our best shooter does not play with us.
I've been with my Saints Row.
It's like the same rules. You get to shoot people and work as a team.
He said no, not
No.
saying.
You can be. You have magical powers. You get to shoot them. Abracadabra.
Abracadabra, huh?
That would be.
Oh, you look.
All right. Anything else to add on segment 3 before we close it out?
Grab any grips.
All right, then we'll be back with segment 4.
Welcome back. So I got a few articles, and then I'm gonna do my little get together with everyone to get to know us a little bit better. So there's a man that was sentenced in Massachusetts for running an illegal trafficking operation that was using wild hair in Maine for purpose of training dogs.
Oh, of course.
He was fined $10,000 and ordered to pay $1,843 to the state of Maine. And this investigation was going on for like 4 different areas. Yeah, 4 times they got caught with something since the occasion in 2021, and they just got arrested like last year about it.
Damn, now we're running inside.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 4 times they caught him with this stuff, and he still got away with stuff.
Oh.
Anyways, and here comes the title. I was looking happy to see what you guys' reaction, and it's not what the title does not mean what it means.
Oh no.
Good.
This is the title of this. How they worded it. I don't know if they did it on purpose or what they did. A unique piece of evidence help police finger Florida man in robbery.
Wait, what?
I guess in the meaning like they found him,
Did you do
but
that?
finger.
I usually have to get paid. I pay someone for that.
But it's not what you think it is. It's they found it. CSI crew would be proud. Not why would you be proud of doing this?
Finger in the man.
It's not. He's not. He didn't finger a man. That is not for.
Fumble the man.
Yeah, a new piece. Florida man in robbery.
That's
That's what dog food.
Hmm?
Because the guy ran off. Was trying to rob a girl. She can walk with her dog at knife point. The dude stole her purse and ran off with it. And didn't notice he had dog poo on his shirt. And he trying to say he didn't do it and he had dog shit.
No.
They're like,
I didn't do it going.
That's
That
shitty,
dog
man.
shit on you.
Come on.
You smell like dog shit.
Oh, that's not dog shit. That's just chocolate cake I had the other day.
They wrapped them in a garbage bag before putting them in the back seat and shit. He said, I want this on my seat.
Okay.
Not even they put the whole bag over his body. So, yeah.
See you soon.
That's a one hole minute.
It's like, and this is of course it's a Florida van. It's like, why is it weird stuff comes from Florida? But then we found out weird stuff in Wisconsin, where the guy who stole the Amazon truck. Okay, here's my.
That's what sadness looks like.
That's sadness. Okay. I got like 10 questions, and I'll spin a wheel and I'll ask the question to them, and I'll go around the table. Rico!
Why?
If you could go anywhere in the world, where would it be?
There's a lot of places. Hey, man. Anywhere I want to be
Mm-hmm.
in the UK area.
Okay. Austin?
Anywhere in the world?
Mm-hmm. Or the universe, wherever you want to be.
Greece.
Isaac?
Probably the Netherlands.
Deanne?
Paris.
You said Amsterdam.
I want to. Here's
You too?
Fiji.
No, I'll
Oh,
have to
yeah.
I could go to Japan. Or Ireland.
One day game.
You
One
pick
day.
two. Which one is supposed to go on?
I know, but it's between those two. It's one of those two.
Just either one.
Okay. This is all.
Isaac.
Okay. This is Isaac's. And we'll have to start with Isaac on this way. Favorite TV series?
The Office.
Friends.
Man, there's too many.
I watched Friends multiple
Teen
times.
Teen Wolf. 2.5 Men.
How dare you?
No.
Rico?
TV series, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty Little Liars.
Whoa.
Very good.
Office. Just say.
Okay. 1 minute. I want to blow my own eardrum with the freaking beat. Okay.
Oh.
Sorry, Rico again. Sorry from Rico. Okay, I gotta spin on a wheel for this too. I gotta spin on a wheel for Rico.
Why? No.
Because I gotta find what, if you can't survive in one of these animes, how long do you think it's gonna last? Naruto.
I'll be okay because I'll be protected by Naruto.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you're in the same town.
I'll fight them. Where are you?
It's like, get taught.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You're so laughing.
Okay.
Such a
Here's Austin's.
disappointment.
Demon Slayer.
I got a couple years in me.
Isaac, I think. Well, I can't do her because she hasn't been watching any anime.
I don't watch anime either, so.
Yeah. Sorry.
And some of them can get bad. Dragon Ball Z Super.
Probably not long. not long.
Because it doesn't say if you're gonna be a superpower or you won't have if you didn't have the power. How long do you think it will last?
Just gonna be a fucking goon.
Say no party won't stand up and go stop.
Tony. Black Clover. It's they like wizards and stuff, and the guy that has a demon sword and stuff. You got, but you might have powers or you don't have powers, and people make fun of you and you don't have powers, and they treat you like garbage.
Yeah.
How long do you think you're gonna last? I think you can last a bit longer. You guys,
Probably. Well, if I have a powers more, but if
Yeah.
not,
I could probably still maybe survive a couple.
and if Matt was here, I had the last two that was gonna be with Bleach and Sword Online.
Yeah.
Well, so one of them would have been May and one would have been Matt. I would not survive Bleach at all. Because it's all the town's always getting attacked. That's something.
Said, here we go again.
There you go then. And in Sword Online, you're stuck in the anime world, and if you die in the game, you die in real life.
See? I told you they're hearing, listening to me. I just said this.
Sword Art Online's been out for like years.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's been out for years, and they got they got the dome on it. It's like your
Oh.
hologram things.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
you're stuck,
this is-
but you're
okay.
stuck in the game, and they don't learn a lesson. They go right back into the game, and they fight in these games.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff I said they should do.
Yeah,
Just you can't actually die, just feel the.
yeah. Okay, next question.
You did it to me, so I passed it on. You gotta pass it on.
For Tony, favorite video game.
A lot. Uncharted.
I'll say any wrestling game or anime game. Rico.
Man, there's a lot of games. I don't know, I like those true crime ones where you can arrest them and beat them up.
Yeah. Austin.
BioShock Infinite.
Isaac.
Probably Titanfall 2.
Deanne.
Mario Party. You're judging me? With your Uncharted?
Hey, you do
Oh, I
these
get
hardcore things.
I get to start it out. What's my favorite anime? Just you.
Bleach.
Yeah. Bleach.
Yep.
Okay, Rico, what's your favorite anime? I know yours a little bit.
Avatar.
I would have thought it would have been Demon Slayer.
No, I like Demon Slayer, but it's not my favorite one.
Austin.
Parasite.
Oh, I see that one. Isaac.
I don't watch anime.
Should always say.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I don't know many. I mean, I know.
Anything that a cartoon you can turn into, most of it, more adult a cartoon.
Mm,
South Park.
So, I was gonna say you could say that.
I guess Family Guy then. I guess.
can't ask her, cause she's definitely totally out of it. Hers is the same thing. I'm just choosing for her. She seems-
Sailor Moon.
I don't watch Simpsons.
Take you forward.
You want Robot Chicken?
I love Sailor Moon.
Tony.
I've seen that, but I don't watch
The
it.
regular
Why didn't you pick it for me?
I don't know. You could.
You could have told me my favorite cartoon too.
What was your favorite
What's your
cartoon?
favorite cartoon then?
That's a good
Adult,
question.
adult cartoon.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of them. You know what?
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
There you go. I was just say that.
Really SpongeBob.
Okay.
SpongeBob.
Austin starts out. Can you do that one? I already did that one.
You okay with yourself on there? No, there it was.
No, I keep hitting the table.
Oh.
Okay. What do you do for fun?
PC game.
What do you do for fun?
At work? No.
That's not fun.
What did you do for fun?
Damn.
That's hell.
Shit, that's not fun.
Isaac.
Work's not fun.
Probably games.
Deanne.
Snoring?
That's just what you do for fun, snoring?
I think just watch TV. Like watch shows, movies. And then my favorite snack. It's my favorite. That's my fun snack.
Chess Mix.
What? No, it's not Chex Mix. It's my Sun Chips over there, but you know.
Forgot. Oh, no, I didn't.
No, I'm good. You can have them. But I was just
Sit
saying.
at this point.
Damn.
Okay. Did you say yours?
Yeah.
No, I'm the heaviest ship.
Oh, I watched thing, going out, hanging out with family, friends.
Gonna bust
Are you
you.
eating the ones from the floor?
Yeah.
Keep
I-
it upstairs.
I used to write like poems and watch movies and video games.
Oh shit, you start poems. Pretty sick.
I did write one. I got one published a while ago. Like when I was younger, I got
The heaviest.
published.
Say one of your poems.
He's like those years.
That was years ago.
Exactly. He's no there no more.
You're not there anymore. I can't find the book where it was. It was at Barnes and Noble.
No
Ow!
salary
Why you looking?
I cook, bake,
Cause it hurt my
snowboard,
arm.
ice skate,
list.
fishing, camping,
Camping,
What'd you get?
hiking.
It's pretty sick.
climbing trees.
That's you. Rico,
You're
what
gonna
you do for
sweep my
fun?
floor, right?
Go for night driving.
Shut up.
Or honestly, the podcast and stuff.
Yeah,
There you go. Well, the Austin was really your
Used to
first
be
thing.
used to be big into parkour too, which I'm getting back
When you start
into
making
it.
money, what do you think?
Saturday is not fun.
I just started out.
I will punch you.
We went around Bahamas.
What's your sense of humor?
What?
I don't know.
The sun
Goofy.
shit.
What's your sense
The
of
actual
humor?
man.
My
Oh, I thought you
sarcasm.
said the sun should be
Goofy.
I didn't ask you
I
that.
didn't know sun shit.
Why are you giving it back?
Humor's like,
Huh?
yeah,
What's your sense of humor?
What was it?
funny. What's your sense of
I
humor?
thought he asked
Oh.
for the sun chip I threw.
Being goofy,
You like he picked up and
trying to stay positive, stuff like that. Rico?
What sense of humor?
Yeah.
Sometimes I have a dirty
It's
sense
so
of humor.
silly,
So.
I'm hilarious.
Philly goof.
Austin? What's your sense of humor?
Off the fucking rail.
Isaac?
Pretty much yeah, all over the place.
Yeah.
Pretty dark though.
My humor's like my sarcasm, honestly.
Yeah.
That's not
Um,
humor, that's sort of goof.
Sorry.
Goofy.
Being goofy,
It
yeah.
can be humorous
I
if
think that's
people take it the right
professional.
way.
Mm-hmm.
If people find me serious, it's their fault.
Is that sarcasm? No.
Yeah,
Austin
totally.
started out.
Why did Austin start again?
He gets
I'm spinning the wheel up with Atlanta. Cause I didn't put you down 'cause I had Matt in this, and Matt's not here, so I've got to put you in.
Well, what goes on
Wow,
Matt?
so I'm not even on the
Well,
wheel.
when it goes on Matt.
Yeah,
Damn.
I'll tell Lenza Matt, it'll be her or I just asked her
You have
randomly.
to share Matt's space on the wheel.
Matt's face,
Matt-
Matt is not even on the wheel.
Yeah, I deleted it because he wasn't here. Okay, what's your favorite subject?
School or what?
Anything?
My favorite subject, one of my like passions of things to talk about.
Yeah.
One of my favorite subjects to talk about is actually probably like the advocacy for the mental health awareness of marijuana.
There you go. Isaac?
Probably music.
You play any instruments?
I used to play electric guitar. I just fixed the strings to mine actually.
Dan!
So
What?
What's your favorite subject?
beating cats.
I'm guessing like painting tutorials where you just watch people paint. It's kind of satisfying to me to watch. I like
Tony?
talking about it.
I like those funny, those fail videos, like people doing parkour or whatever. I like watching those.
No feeling.
But then also ones that actually do good though.
Yeah.
I would say all of them start from the failed ones.
Okay, my favorite subject was like science and stuff like that. Like everyone knows, I do the mixed drinks for our podcast sometimes. Well, sometimes. And that's what knocked them all off their feet.
Bartender
So you're the
Bill.
scientist for weed and he's a scientist for alcohol.
And Rico,
There you
What?
go.
what's your favorite subject? I didn't ask you yet.
Oh yeah. Actually, a lot of forms of dance.
I thought you were gonna say eating ass.
That's second. No.
That's the wrong form too.
Since you want to go first, you can go first this time.
Alright, why not?
What type of music do you listen to?
Like you're gonna say
Country.
eating ass.
And hip hop.
Mostly country though.
Tony?
Most of them and
Tony?
hip hop.
It's not so standard now.
I listen to like rock, indie.
Oh, music stuff.
Yeah, what type of music you listen to? Whatever that comes on. Rico?
Variety, honestly.
Austin?
Yeah.
I have like 3 core types of music that I listen to. Most of it's like alternative, rap, and then R&B is another big one for me.
Isaac?
I listen to a very big variety. So, well, yeah.
Smooth jazz.
Smooth jazz.
No,
Actually, yes.
No, he likes the yodeling. He likes the yodeling.
Yodeling. Okay. But no, I actually have classical shit. I have Beethoven and shit on my phone.
Yeah.
I listen to it sometimes.
I know, because I've been in your car.
Do you remember when that shit said dun 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 when you said I gotta tell you something?
Yeah, they went doo-doo-doo.
This is the last question.
Okay.
This is the last question.
Okay, great.
And Isaac starts it off.
Damn, you gotta start it off. Ow! You want
What's your
it?
dream job?
My dream job?
Yep.
Oh.
Pot smoker.
What?
Did you say a pulse?
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Pole
Pole smoker. Well, it's definitely a pole smoker.
You still on a pot smoker, but you going on the pole.
Honestly, shit.
That had a total different meaning that you didn't catch, Dustin.
I wouldn't say it's my dream job, but it's a job that I definitely would love to do. Work for NASA and like be like an astronaut and shit. Or, like-
Get eaten by aliens and get lost in the dark hole.
Yeah, I think that would be like life changing for real.
You never
will.
Get lost in a black hole,
It
get
will.
eaten by aliens,
That
it's
will-
life changing.
That will be the life change. Your life ain't coming back.
You're going back there. You're stuck up there.
I'm stuck
You
with
get to see. You should just see Rourke go. And he's like,
Oh,
shit, I'm not around food.
so damn, my paw was on that fucking desk at home.
And Deanne.
A producer in like a movie.
What type of movies?
She'd be a good director.
Like
oh gosh.
any kind of movie.
I should
honestly.
Shut the fuck up and sit down.
Yeah.
Basically,
No,
yeah.
I said move those lights.
The lighting isn't right. Turn it up.
Yep.
Yep. pretty
Tony.
Man, over the years it always first was like what, Marine at first. I was cop at first.
Yeah, you
much.
wanted.
And then
You wanted to
firefighter this year. Well,
Yeah.
last year.
Now that
You wanna be
physical
a-
fitness.
be fitness trainer.
When I was like, the what was that influencer?
Mhm.
Look, you know, entertain people and make people laugh when you're down.
Yep.
You know, that's what I want to be.
Yeah, I want to work with animals. Not like whatever I can get my work with. I want to work with bigger animals, but right now like a lot of the schools are out, way out, and I don't have the money to go there to do it. Yeah, I work with like I used to work at like the Humane Society, Animal Control. I worked at a vet clinic, I volunteered at a vet clinic. Been at a cat shelter, ran a cat shelter. And it was for free, mostly I was volunteering, but they should have paid me, but they didn't.
So you gotta pay for all those cat food and everything?
I did all the running of the place. But she got all the food and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
okay.
But I was one running, cleaning the cages. I was one socializing the cats. Like she said, they were not gonna be socialized enough to go out, and I socialized them, and they got homes. And right now, I've been trying to go back to school to train to become a cat trainer.
Nice. Good shit.
No,
Rico?
No.
No, I was thinking of that influencer thing too. I didn't forget what it was called though. I'm really passionate in that kind of stuff. But also I want to be like a game tester too, or help with give ideas.
That'd be kind of cool. too.
I've always wanted to do that.
What, being a chef?
That was like my second dream. The first dream was game design and all.
Oh, I thought
web
I thought it would be a comedian.
design. Yeah, I figured that one was gonna be a rough one.
It's
What?
so funny. You could still go on. This is your platform.
Damn.
Say a joke.
You knew you said it. He's like, you're still funny.
You're so funny.
I didn't know
Austin?
he wasn't funny.
My dream is actually own my own edible bake shop, where I specialize in making wedding cakes for events,
Yeah.
special desserts for certain events for adults.
Cool.
You're gonna pick us up?
You're gonna be working there, but you mean you're gonna do.
Come on.
Yeah, cause me and my family, like
I always gotta be
Rico
working for it.
and Tony and I, we grew up in our family that wanted to start our own restaurant.
You can be the accountant.
Fine.
We've been looking for
Cut
to
yourself
get
10%.
into big, having our own or running our own restaurant with our family.
Actually, I think my first.
No,
shot was
actually, I
spy.
need you as a event coordinator.
This there, that there, shit.
That's
cricket over there.
She's the bouncer.
No,
What if you
that's
want
Tony.
Hopefully they'll keep her
Tony's the delivery driver and the bouncer. If they don't pay, he beats their ass.
You didn't pay me. Is that all you got?
I had another story, but I didn't write it down. But I know what this. There was a girl that was in her apartment in her gym. I don't recognize. And some guy came to the door, and she was thought she was maybe coming in to work out. He was following her around, trying to grab her. She beat her. I forgot what she beat him with. Yeah, she beat him with. She threw something at him. Her phone. Beat him with her phone.
Damn.
Over that beautiful.
Yeah.
And then sent a text to the police after. With the same phone.
It's like, why do people do these stuff?
I wonder if they took that shit for evidence, so like, you can't have this.
You can't have your phone back. It's evidence.
But they never caught the guy because he ran away. Because after he got beat with a phone, he ran away.
Damn.
Why'd you pick a gym girl anyway? She has a chance of whooping your ass.
Right.
It's like, what do you think people?
Keep it up.
That was a balloon.
I know, me too.
Right. I was like, when do we have balloons?
I was like,
Oh,
what did we have party over here? What did you have over here?
keep it up.
You guys, you jumped.
I really did.
Any questions you want to ask each other? And
How's your day?
going terrific.
Perfect. Early in the green.
It's happy hour.
Somewhere.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
Bring out the shots.
They're in the fridge. You want some?
Let's do it.
No.
Austin's like, nope.
Yeah, so if you have any questions for us, and you can always ask us in our down in the comments or our
Our socials.
Discord, or if you have any questions you want to know, ask us. All the ruben goes to Matt.
Yeah, he's in that empty chair right
Or
there.
real too.
In spirit.
If we get enough subscribers, we'll give Matt's address so you can send him hate mail.
Yeah, he keeps he wants to be part of this, but then
And then we're gonna film his reactions.
I'm gonna get him next week with the same questions, and
Oh,
I'm
no,
gonna
no,
pick
no,
on
shop.
I'm gonna pick on Matt that day. You can edit that out.
It's on the website still.
That's fine, but still, I'll be asking the same questions to him. Whatever we ask, I'll ask him so we get his side, what his answers to these questions are. Then he
He's gonna make it choke.
Well, we're approaching the last 30 seconds of our segment, so anything else? Alright, well, we'll be back with segment 5. Welcome back to segment 5. So I have a few things to talk about during my segment today. One of those things being the Microsoft acquisition. We're going to pick up a little bit on that. So as everybody knows from the previous podcast, we've been keeping up with all that from the last few months now. Well, Sony is back on the attack, trying to tank the deal with a new concern that they've been using to try and thwart things for Microsoft with a simple question. Basically, the question being, what if Microsoft sabotages Call of Duty for PlayStation?
Oh, here we go.
So even if they were to make it available for PlayStation, Sony's concern is that Microsoft would then sabotage the game or make it less, I guess, abled as the other consoles.
Yeah.
Basically to try to get an edge on it, and basically just make a shittier game for a shittier platform, essentially. That's what they're essentially worried that Microsoft would plan on doing here. Most Call of Duty games are purchased within the first week of release, as most people know. Everybody is either pre-ordering them or making existing copies. What Sony explained during this meeting is that the game would be tampered with, that they would fear PlayStation's users would lose faith in Call of Duty on the platform and maybe even move on to a new console because of that.
Yeah.
The deal has still not been fully pushed through. But I can honestly see that as a legitimate concern for a platform like PlayStation to deal with a heavy loss like that. Sony even stated that even with a signed contract, that it would be extremely difficult and hard to keep tabs and enforce the balance of power between the brands if Microsoft were to acquire Call of Duty and Activision. Many of the other countries that govern the decision to be made aren't keen on the deal much, as it's still ongoing. So many of the countries like Algeria and other things that are involved in this deal aren't really happy or signing on board with it. A lot of Sony's concern actually comes from previous agreements that were made by Microsoft and between them. Microsoft has been accused of many things over the years, including having a monopoly over the tech industry, state laws, labor laws, and many other things that involve their industry.
Oof, they're coming for them.
Well, apparently most of that is Microsoft's doing anyway.
we talked about that a couple of times in there that that's what one of our things that we thought about, like they said that's what we thought about them taking over when we first heard it, taking over.
I mean, they basically would have a monopoly over the tech industry.
Yeah.
Every brand, PC to console, has to have Call of Duty on it. So no matter what, every brand or console will have to pay for the terms of service to use it from Microsoft.
Yeah.
Which means, again, they have a monopoly, whether you're a competitor or not. They control what your sales will be simply by one game, because most time people, when they buy a console, they're buying it to play one thing, Call of Duty. Why? Because it's the same thing everybody else plays. Whether it be an older generation of it or the same generation of it. So them being in control of it, that's a lot of money to be.
Yeah, especially they're one of the biggest competitors other than Nintendo, but they're not the competitor to Nintendo. Those are all the close ones that have a beef.
Well, like Microsoft has more than one outlet to make money. That's the problem. And if they expand another outlet, this also taps into the competitors' pockets.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why Microsoft tried to sign with Nintendo, because if they get Nintendo on board and Nintendo gets Call of Duty, that would be their first branded game since Wii came out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because they had Black Ops, I think World at War, and a few other things for the Nintendo Wii when it came out. So it would definitely put a damper on everything else that they try to do.
Yeah.
Being in control of everything would kind of put a stop on time as far as that goes.
The only one who's quiet is Sega.
Well, another major thing that Microsoft, of course, we've talked about previously, that they would have in their pocket is they take control of Overwatch.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't just be Call of Duty.
Yeah, but that would be good for that would definitely be good for Nintendo if they had Overwatch on their Nintendo Switch.
Oh yeah.
I think Overwatch already is on the Switch. It's free for every console.
Oh yeah, it does. Oh my god.
Yeah, they have it free for every console. I mean, really wouldn't make too much of a difference, but I wonder if Microsoft would start making people pay to play Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
That would be a concern, because
Yeah.
Overwatch came out when it was free and everything else.
Yeah.
And they're under the control of Blizzard, which is under the control of Activision.
Then what happens to all of them? Would they make every start over and make them all the characters they built up and everything they did just to restart it?
It's a possibility. I mean, it's a complete possibility. It depends on how they feel when they end up putting it together, you know.
Yeah.
And what gets sorted where, if anybody's going to get changed. The employees and everything else could change, which could enforce delays and add-ons and other things that are going to be onto the game to be backed up, and a lot of things can get messed up when one company transitions into a bigger one.
That's another competitive game that they do competitive stuff with is Overwatch, and they go into like tournaments and stuff, and that would. If Nintendo got rid of that from all the other consoles that they have it on.
I mean, what does Xbox really already control, right?
Yeah.
So we have Bethesda, and that section of things. So they're in mainstream with Fallout and all the other companies that make those games.
Yeah.
They're in complete touch with EA Sports.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every EA game is included on your Game Pass if you pay an extra $2, so that's a bonus right there. And then you throw Overwatch, Call of Duty, and all that other onto their Game Pass. There's no point in owning another system at that point, because you're getting all the games for free, basically. Essentially, for $16 a month, you're able to play whatever you want.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Because Nintendo already they're bringing in all the Wii system come into the Nintendo Switch now, and GameCube games come in there. It's like Nintendo has all this stuff in one little thing. Why would you need another console after you got that?
Well, that's what Nintendo does best, is
Yeah.
that now they got the idea after watching Xbox do it for so many years, they're like, you know what? People would give a fuck less about Xbox if we made our stuff backwards compatible, because Nintendo has generations and generations of history of video games. They are the longest standing console alive right now that has been around the longest.
Or they Atari and something
Yeah,
like that.
they control Atari, everything. They branded everything to their console. So the idea of going backwards compatible for them was just genius.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's like they have so many hits from all the way from 64 to now.
But they did get some Stego games on their system, I think. I'm not sure, but they got some of the Stego stuff.
It's just really hard to gain everything Sega, because Sega has been spread out through so many systems and generations. I mean, even PlayStation 2 had Sega games and everything.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to brand and track all that stuff and get it all under one roof.
Yeah.
And get the rights to it, because I think, if I'm not wrong, Sony owns the rights to Shadow the Hedgehog as far as the game.
Yep.
So I mean, I would really love to see Nintendo do something with that, but I know it's going to be incredibly hard to get the rights to that. Another thing on my topic of agenda, I have the Russian hackers. A group of Russian hackers have busted their way into a game before its release, and have been threatening to release plenty of the game's data and even the entire game itself.
Damn.
The first game, the game in question would actually be called Stalker 2,
Oh, I think that's
a first-person shooter that has been delayed for a while due to financial issues and the
Yeah.
pandemic interfering with its development.
Yeah.
The Russian hackers basically broke into this game a couple of months ago and have been trying to basically hold it as ransom against the company to try and get some money. Essentially, they have threatened to completely release the game. The actual interesting part and the political side of this, the studio developing the game that is in question, is a Ukrainian studio. And despite the issues they've been forced with the ongoing war, they have worked hard to continue to push the game for the release, and even in the middle of a war zone that they're currently involved in. Some amazing stories to actually hear coming out of all of this while the game has been developing. There's actually been rumors of developers that have fought off Russian soldiers to keep the game going and keep it developed. So they've been defending the studio to basically keep their game.
Damn.
Despite all of this, the studio has faced another challenge now. The hacker group goes by the name Svetsnik TSS. In an attempt to blackmail the developers of Stalker 2, the hacker group took onto social media with a list of demands and a set of images to allegedly from the game. One of the demands also includes that the company changes its attitude towards players from Russia.
Great.
So I guess it would be safe to assume that the people that hijacked this game are also fans of the game,
Yeah.
and were a little disappointed maybe with the first one's results from how they treated their players from Russia.
Yeah.
I did watch the game footage. It looked really good, but this is another problem that we're facing big in the industry right now, is that so many good games that are coming out are being hijacked and released before they're supposed to, just because people are leaking them. It's like you can't hold on to a secret to release a good
No,
game these days.
Nintendo, like I said, Nintendo has their hackers too, and the only thing they do is they can ban them, but they just keep going back and getting on a console, and they can do it again. They just keep coming.
Yeah, it's hard these days, especially with all the challenges that companies, even within the last couple of years, have faced trying to release games. They demand that all the demands were met by March 15th this month, and essentially threaten the release of all content for the game. I'm assuming this situation's got under control because I haven't really seen anything come out or be popping up. I've been kind of watching consistently to see if something were to pop up, because it's about 4 days past that date. And nothing's really been released, so I'm assuming they've dealt with most of everything, or if it's just been very quiet and the threats were idle and they didn't really have much to go off of. But essentially, to the group, they thought they had the entire game. I'm assuming they probably did
It's
not.
funny, maybe they probably did something else and they put out there for bait and they took the bait. If they're not this, there's been 4 days after that and nothing has happened. I mean, they weren't worried about it.
Yeah, probably weren't worried about it too much. Even after those threats were made, there was no response from the company. They didn't release any kind of thing. They just kind of were like,
Oh well.
Whatever. And carrying on.
but I feel like just the heart and valor they showed alone, just trying to make their dream happen, defending their own studios from soldiers that are literally coming and they're literally just in the middle of a gunfight while trying to make a game. I was like, maybe you should make a game about what you did there instead.
Yeah.
Like how hard it was to defend. I would play that fucking game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Defend the game studio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's sick though. I mean, that's dedication. I don't think I've ever heard of that coming out of any game studio where they literally were defending their studio in the middle of a war.
They said, hold on 1 second, I have an idea.
Alright, check this. What if we made it backwards compatible?
After you just lit up like 3 people.
Wow. I mean, but that's dedication. I mean, do you hear about anything like that anywhere across the world where they defend the studio?
No, not that. I've only heard of people tying themselves to trees and shit.
They're like, we gotta finish this game, man. It's definitely, unique.
Yeah.
I mean, and they have a unique situation that they're facing right now and everything else. Imagine if your boss is like, alright, we got a deadline to make this game up, but you're in the middle of a war zone to do it. Like, they probably gotten the power knocked out and all types
They
of
got
shit.
they got probably gotta get paid good amount of money to do all that.
Hell
if
yeah,
they're
you could
not-
have to
if
pay me
they're not, you-
hazard pay, fuck that.
And if after that, if you don't get the right payments, you can go back after them.
Yeah, I mean, they created a video game in a war zone.
I was gonna say all these people that leaks games or movies, it's like really annoying because like then it's spoiled for everyone else. Or like just like that Spider-Man trying to do the whole bunch of leaks. It's just like just wait until they watch it and get surprised like everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, everybody wants to ruin it for everybody, bro.
Because they can't like if they can't get before. Most of the time, if you're good with the company, they do send you copies before the game, and that's when they start, or they do. That's why they tell those doesn't do no more demos no more, because that's how they get hacked and people that take over and not. You do what you gotta do, but like, but they're all secret and they don't get caught.
They gotta wait for us to watch and play it anyway,
No.
so.
You hit me too.
Huh?
I said you hit me too.
You got a whole fight going on in the background.
Inside.
And on the
Poking my
side.
nose over here.
Like Justin's famous line he was gonna say.
Welcome to the chaos.
Keep it.
Keep the chaos.
One more time, welcome to
That's
the
it.
chaos.
That's what it is.
Welcome to the chaos.
Chaos. And there we go. And I guess you're my one.
Oh, Rico stole my chips, so now we're even.
There's vodka in there.
No, there's not.
Vodka in her
So,
chips?
I borrowed.
No, that's not gummy. She's still
her.
Oh, I thought she said there's vodka in your chips.
I said there's
I'll be in
vodka
trouble.
and gummies.
I'll be in trouble for listening to these chips.
Yeah, there's stuff in there too.
Stuff in there.
I
I
know
like how
there's
she
chips.
wasn't descriptive.
I know there's chips.
Farting on you.
What?
Then he ate it too.
So did Isaac.
Oh, Isaac.
I don't want to know what.
So that's why you want it back so bad? You want to taste his fart?
No, I wanted them back because they were good.
Listen.
Keep it chaos.
At least you caught it.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Did you just eat one of mine? There's a whole
Who are
bathroom
you?
there.
No.
Knock it off.
No!
She nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Did you hit the hat?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something the apple.
I wouldn't have had it right anyway.
Have anything else?
No, I think that'll about round it off for me.
Alright.
So
Alright.
Matt, what's your? Oh yeah, Matt's not here.
Damn.
What is your subject today? We're waiting.
How much a Sour Patch thing to have without spitting it
Shit, I
out.
already had 2 and I was already like,
Yeah. But they did that in a challenge. You have to hold it and see how one, first one to spit it out.
sour.
What?
These,
That?
these are not that strong with sour. Warheads are a little bit better, but they're not that sour.
Sour Skittles are worse than nothing.
Yeah, they actually burn your tongue sometimes. These are the anyone even grandma eats.
Yeah, those
these.
are my favorite ones. Those are Sour Patch.
Mhm.
I like the blue ones.
Yeah, the little blue man.
Blue balls.
Sour Patch Kids.
Blue balls.
And blue balls.
Blue balls.
You heard it. Boston likes blue balls.
Yep.
Cool.
What do you think I do for Halloween?
Blue balls.
I had a
What did you
random
do?
thought.
I paint my nutsack like it's from Avatar. He's like, I forgot what I was gonna say because of that comment.
Yeah.
Oh. We can talk about weed and stuff like that, right?
And they'll be off. They'll be off. It'll be on
And
the
it'll be
website.
on the website, not the podcast. Instead of wait.
Edit that out.